I was wondering if you could talk to the mental health of people and how it supports that, because I mean, I have my personal Instagram page and my business one, and one of my friends was saying to me, you know what, you look like you've got your crap together, Natasha, and I was like, you know what? It's not, it's called marketing.
Mm.
That is my marketing face. And this is what, there's this wave of what we're wanting to do. And I'm just following that wave. And I said to her, no, we all have our ups and downs, but that's just marketing. How do you, like, what advice would you give to people and companies with regards to their online digital kind of like like creating community around that? And how can we, so there's a double question. So how do we approach this in a way that's kind of like holistic and mindful? And then
Yeah.
how do we deal with that within ourselves,
Hmm.
as we're moving through that? Because it's so easy to get onto that. How many clicks, how many likes, how many followers, and it's quite stressful.
Hmm. I think you don't know until you try, kind of thing. So I know there's a lot of creative people, friends of mine. They're not fantastic with it. They're very shy to the point they just don't put anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of recommend people to just start, because you don't start perfect. Even in my last job, like some of the earlier content that we were putting out was really unpolished. There wasn't really much of a message. It was very try hard, copy other people. It's like, I think it's all about finding your own voice, and then getting comfortable with that. So I am shy, like when people talk to me, but I think that's when I'm talking about myself. So when it's like a topic like marketing and things, um, it's kind of figuring out what you want to tell people, what you think you can share with people, like value wise.
Mm-hmm.
This is good marketing, because I've kind of experienced the darker side of marketing, and that was with filmmaking, and how it is all tailored around money, and how you can actually just grab as much money from people as possible, and that is done with effective marketing basically. So um, and I've seen like professionals as well, not just in acting and filmmaking, they've been tempted by the dark side, I suppose. To the point they lose their own voice, and it does become like this copycat, um darker energy, I suppose. But yeah, in terms of that, I think if you know you want to kind of help people, um just try and stick to that, and don't be swayed by the money aspect. I think the money aspect is what taints marketing basically. And you see that on social media. It's just become so it's become completely like beside the point of what it was initially set up, which was like to connect with people, to talk about topics of like interest and everything else. So yeah, I think if you can try and build up a resolve not to be tempted by it's like being a sellout basically, and hopefully these things follow. I don't actually know. So I had an opportunity where I was offered quite a lot of money. I didn't really know what the agenda was at the time, but I knew somewhere deep down it didn't align with me, so that's why I stepped away from the darker side. I call it darketing. So it's the likes of the
I
big
like that.
sugar fueled cereal companies, and they know the product's not good for people, but they pump it out, and they use as many tactics as possible. So bright colors, influence the kids, because the kids will nag the parents, and get them hooked because it's sugar. So yeah, I mean, the top companies, they do have the budgets to kind of do that, but I think if we are going into like the more woo-woo side of things anyway, I think people are kind of waking up to it. I don't think people are as easily swayed by some of the tactics and things. So
Yeah.
um
I love that. I love, like, earlier you were talking about stories, and I for a long time, like, I started my YouTube channel 2017. Well, actually, just after YouTube started, but properly started adding stuff that I thought people might want to watch after 2017. It was just me